Hi, such a pleasure to speak to you. Luca mentioned that you were one of the first people to be on board of this project, even before him. What was it that drew you to this novel?
Well, I was just telling somebody else that more than 6.5 years ago, almost 7 years ago, I was at the London Book Fair, and I was here for work, and I had many appointments at the fair, but I had discovered this novel and was reading this novel in my hotel room and really refused to leave my hotel room, and I canceled a bunch of appointments so that I could finish this book. I was so stricken by this book, which was maybe the most heartbreaking novel I'd read in forever. And also the character of Marin, this tremendously lonely, isolated girl who I think to me spoke really to the pathos of being a teenager and being a young woman in a world where she feels so at odds with everybody else. It's just, I was devastated. And I feel so lucky that Dave and Luca were able to capture all those elements. I think it really comes through in the movie. She's such a tragic figure, but also such an incredibly strong character, too.
And what made you decide to assemble David and Luca to...
I didn't assemble Luca. I only assembled Dave, who is probably the most talented screenwriter of his generation. He's the only writer I approached because very few writers, I think, could capture sort of the elevated and literary and artistic aspirations of the book and the story, as well as its genre elements. I mean, Dave graduated from the Iowa Writers Workshop, which is the premier writing institution in the country, but has also adapted Stephen King novels. So it seemed to me there was only one writer in the world who could do it, and it was Dave, and I'm so relieved that he agreed to work on it.
Did you have any creative input in some of the changes that were made to the script?
Of course. So we developed the script over a period of 4 or 5 years, and then it went to Luca afterwards. So, I was involved all along the way.
Could you name like one example of maybe a specific idea that was yours?
A specific idea that was mine? Well, I really have to defer to Dave because really he was the architect of all the ideas and the changes in the book, but my job was really to kind of shepherd the process and give my input and, weigh in where I felt like when some ideas were stronger than others, but I have a lot of deference and respect for Dave, so I tried to give him the free hand in terms of deciding what changes to make, and all of his changes were brilliant, so.
Thank you so much.